Welcome to the Tonto's Demise podcast, week 13 preview. Who am I? I'm the Detonators.
Who am I?
I'm the Hillbillies on PCP. Yeah, that is the real question. I think, therefore, I am. I'm the Tonto. To be or not to be. I'm the Tonto Bull 6 champion.
And I'm Matt Delling, knowing damn well who I am, but I can barely say my last name. I'm Tonto Bull 1 and 3 champion, currently the Space Antelopes.
Is that plural or singular?
It's I guess it's singular. Space Antelope.
All right, and Detling pulled off a new Weezer track for us. He just got that on vinyl.
I did not. Album's not even out, actually. But I only have two. There's only two albums to own on vinyl. The Blue Album and the Pinkerton.
That's true. And do you have them both?
I do. Yeah. In 180 gram, whatever it is, the really good one.
Yeah,
I splurged.
180 grain, like
grain or something like that. I don't know.
Threads on your sheets.
They're the master recordings, is what they're called. D-Eric told me to get them. I recommended it. I was like, sweet, I'll do it.
Dude, can you tell a difference?
Well, I haven't heard the regular album besides, but it's pretty damn good. I have it playing on my suitcase vinyl thing, record player. So it's funny because I got it as a gift. I think the record player probably cost between $60 to $80, which almost is what the two Weezer albums cost.
That's pretty affordable.
What, the record player?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
But collecting vinyl is an expensive habit.
That is very expensive.
Yes.
But it's good for gifts because it's like you can get one for like $20, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a nice price point for a gift.
20 to 35.
Yeah.
I'm pretty proud of myself. I went on a Black Friday record day.
Nice.
And I didn't buy anything.
Wow. Because you didn't see anything, or because you were just
everything that I wanted wasn't there anymore. I got there pretty late. So, but there were a couple things I considered getting, but I didn't because I was just like, I got to use some. I got to listen to some of the records I have, and I made a list of records for Christmas that I possibly wanted.
Yeah, it's perfect time to get.
Yeah, and Brogan told me I'm not allowed to buy any more records until after Christmas, so maybe I'll get everything on my list. And they weren't easy ones to find. Tom Waits' Closing Time, first album. You can't find that at the record store, man.
So, did you play that song for me? Be honest.
No, I did not. Honestly, I just played it because I thought it was kind of funny. Hasta Luego, Adios. It's in reference to everybody who has been clapped out, will be clapped out, or on the verge of being clapped out. Which this week coming up is very, very big for all of you people who are.
I can't believe that you're on the other side of this. I just don't understand how you went from 0-3 to like where you are now. It's just like. It just boggles my mind.
I am raging, man. I am flying down those rapids.
You should be in the thick of this.
It's like that is my normal spot.
And you know, you beat me by a couple of points, didn't you? Like just a few points.
Yeah, I think it was like 2 points.
You could easily be sitting. Oops. Nola took a little spill. She's all right.
Okay. We could easily be like a record, side A or side B.
Yep.
Hold on. Hello.
I'm fall down.
You fall down?
Are you okay?
Yeah.
You want to watch some football?
No.
That's those Dr. Seuss feet you have. Say something to the crowd. No?
Do you want to sing a Christmas song?
Just wanna,
No, you're feeling shy.
never stop dreaming.
Hey, if you don't go to the other room and watch watch your show, I'm going to watch football.
I'm gonna go in a room. I have a white galaxy.
All right, go watch your Galaxy. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
To infinity and beyond. Wrong galaxy.
That was a great interview. Might have been the best interview of the year.
The most anticipated. Nola, the 8th interview.
But yeah, I still like those 2.5 points that I lost to you, and then I lost to Bean very closely. Like we could be sitting in different chairs.
We could. I mean, we have been other years.
Yeah, exactly. So,
And I upset Crick.
You did.
So,
you did.
What can I say?
I hope I can do it for a second time.
I don't know what I want actually about all these matches. I don't know if I want you or Crick or Bean. I have no idea what I want as far as teams because I was well, we can discuss these teams later on.
We'll get into that later.
It looks like it's definitely. I don't know if I have a clear advantage against anybody.
I don't think anyone truly does. I listened to most of Craig's recap. I listen.
God, you did.
Yeah,
'cause I did not.
I'll be honest. Usually, if I'm pinched for time, I listen to the first 5 minutes, my matchup, and then the end of it.
Of his closing thoughts.
Yeah, I don't have time to listen to every matchup.
His closing thoughts usually go from 2 minutes to 15 minutes because
Oh,
he's like, well, well, I don't have much to say, but
You hang up.
yeah, he's showing his you hang. So he does a sort of thing.
Kind of like Beans.
Yeah. Well, Beans is like that's the more professional acting version of it. But Craig has like a certain he has like a saying that is escaping me at the moment. Oh, is this? Good luck to everybody, but especially me, or something like that.
That's his catchphrase.
Does a little hand thing.
Yeah.
With both hands like this. Yeah, you can't see it, but he does like this.
Well, this particular recap would have infuriated you just because.
Oh, really? Well, I mean, I gotta listen to it.
Not really that bad, but Craig was just saying like how he hasn't been paying attention. He's like only half watching because he's already in the playoffs, and it was like kind of like a humble brag. You know?
Oh, well, I kind of got that when we were at the turkey. We're doing the turkey bowl, the Thanksgiving podcast.
Yeah, he's all about the humble brag this year.
He is. He's also like not giving any other teams credit because on the Thanksgiving podcast, he's like, "Oh yeah, Bigler is he's one of the teams I could see taking it all." And then like I was looking at him, I was waiting for him to like say other teams, and like there was nothing. It was crickets.
Well, today he said it could be any team.
Oh, could he? Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's like him. That's the humble brag, trying to take back the humble brag.
Yep. In his mind, he's like, "I'm going to crush everyone. No one has a chance against me." That's what he's thinking.
That's exactly what he's thinking.
But I can't say that out loud.
Yeah, he's Patrick Holmes and Tyreek Hill. I'm going to show him Tyreek Hill's not a joke.
Yeah. You get a 6-pack in him, and he'll tell you how great his team is.
You know, it would be a 6-pack of Sam Adams cherry wheat beer. It's the worst beer I've ever had in my life.
I've never had.
Craig loves it. Loves it. I went to the hotel with him once, the Wimber Hotel, and I was like, "What are you having?" "Oh, it's this great new Sam Adams cherry wheat beer. Have you ever had it?" I was like, "No, I'll try one." And he had 3 down before I finished half of it, and I just kept like you know that scene in Dumb and Dumber where Harlow Williams is the cop and he takes a sip out of the in his pit. He does like a little thing. That's what I was like doing every time I took a sip of this stuff. I was like, "Oh my gosh, Craig, how do you like this? It's worse than the time I drank a Sierra Nevada. It tasted like a sweaty foot."
That was the worst beer I've ever had.
Yeah, I gave it to people. Nobody.
That was also at the hotel, right?
Yeah, I kept passing it off to people because I couldn't take it. It's like it's free.
That was awful.
Yeah, Charlie Clark couldn't even drink it, and he loves beer.
Right, which is also a strange statement, considering that he used to be straight edge.
Oh, it is strange. Yeah, isn't that weird? That is funny.
Very strange. Isn't it ironic?
Don't you think? I heard there's an updated version of that. It was in like Today's World by Alanis Morissette.
We'll have to save it for next week's podcast.
True. Did you know she was once married to Ryan Reynolds?
I think I did know that, yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
He's married some hot women, man.
Yeah. Wait, you think she's hot? I think she's okay.
Alanis Morissette's pretty hot. That long, wavy hair, the attitude.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what are you going to give her?
7.5.
Or
wait, we're doing like artist 1 to 10? Like artistic, like actresses,
Like
musicians. If you took away the music?
Yeah.
Oh, man, this thing should be a bitch. Give her a 7.
Yeah, I think 7's about as high as I'd go.
I just don't think I'd be able to, like, her angst or whatever, But if she did go down on me in a theater, that might boost her up to a 7.5.
All right, that's a great place to stop our intro.
Unfinished business.
All right, I'll start off, and then because I've got like 2 things.
2 things.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Then
May I say you're looking very dapper in that sweater button-down.
Thank you. You're buttering me up, and it's funny that you're buttering me up because I was going to butter you up. I was.
Somebody's getting cooked.
No, I'm being serious.
Okay.
Just want to put this out on the podcast. Doesn't have a lot to do with fantasy football, but Detling blew me away when he played the Turkey Bowl. I will sit here, and tell you how amazed I was that he showed up. I'll let him tell you a little bit about it, but I didn't think he was ever coming back to the Turkey Bowl. It had been probably 7 years since the last time he stepped foot. 8 since he stepped foot on that field, and I thought with a bum shoulder, he'd never show up again. But I surprisingly talked him into it, and
you can tell him how you talked me into it.
Well, he wasn't even coming for the podcast, so I talked him into coming up for the podcast. I was like, we changed the date, we changed the time just for you. Don't back out now. Everybody's counting on you.
That's where you got me.
Got him there. And I said, what's it going to take for me to get you up in that turkey bowl? Because I told him we're going out for breakfast. He's like, buy me a breakfast. And I'm like, done. So I bought him like a Denny's Grand Slam. I don't know exactly what you got, but
French Toast Slam.
There you go, French Toast Slam. I got him on the field for probably about $12 with the coffee.
Coffee, yeah, true.
So I bought him.
Yeah, I'm as corrupt as they come.
Yeah,
for $12.
Yeah.
You bought my ability to play after 8 years for $12.
But the play of the game was we're dealing. I don't know if you were just doing like a fly pattern, if it was a crossing pattern, but you caught the ball and you had probably a good 40 or 50 yards to run, and you put on the afterburners just to beat Zach Zanke.
Coming over my shoulder, too. He's coming fast.
Zach Zanke, for those of you who don't know, still runs actively.
But still like $120.
Yep. And Detling did a nice little zigzag at the end just to throw off Zanke enough to get into the end zone.
As I was running, I started thinking about when an alligator is chasing you, or a crocodile, and you're in a straight line. They say if an alligator or crocodile is chasing you, go zigzags because they can't do it. That slows them down. So I started to think, I viewed, that's why the second time I looked back, I saw a crocodile on 2 feet. And he was running after me, and I decided to do I call it I think Brian called it the slow cut.
The slow cut, that's right.
And,
yep. It worked.
I've discovered a new move after 39 years.
Yeah.
The old slow cut. Before, because my other patented move, because I got tired of running straight, just Hail Mary every time, was the 8-yard in or out. I call it the Art Monk. And everybody's like, well, we always know you're going to go 8 yards. I was like, but you never know when I'm going in or I'm going out. To the left, to the right. So that was the beauty of it. And I mastered that one.
Yep. And he earned the trophy, the MVP trophy. And it wasn't just a gimme. I have to say he was the best quarterback on the day, by far. He was dropping dimes. And put a few right into my breadbasket. I dropped a couple. Craig dropped a couple. But he was by far the best quarterback of the day. Zanke was way off. I didn't do very well. Kabisic, he threw a couple crappy passes. So
appreciate that. I mean, I had my moments where they were like pretty bad throws too. But I mostly to Craig, I think. I kept thinking I think I made Craig go on the ground a couple times trying to dive or just from off balance. Sorry, Craig.
I think your weak point of the game though was like receiving. I think you had a couple drop passes.
Gosh, it was just they just fell off my hands. I was like, what is going on?
It was cool.
Yeah, it was very cool. Well, I got my second. I think the first half was horrible for me as far as like I can't believe I'm doing this. My body's like, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
And then I think the second half was where my body's like, okay, we're kind of remembering things now.
How to run.
Yeah, how to run and how to like throw a ball and stuff. So I had fun and like I know actually, believe it or not, that's the first time. Back in Turkey Bowl 8 years, but it's also the first time I've thrown a football in a Turkey Bowl in I think at least 13 years.
Wow.
Because I always had Zach or Klinicki was the quarterback.
Yeah.
So
that's a really good point.
Yeah, it was kind of neat. Like you said, I was kind of like Roethlisberger because I grip the ball and I kind of throw it and lose the grip.
You had a couple nice pump fakes.
Yeah.
But
I had fun.
Yeah, you look like Patrick Mahomes out there. No, I'm kidding there. All right, we're back to unfinished business. If we somehow forgot to finish that last bit, oh well, get over it. All right, this is a unfinished business. It goes out to our current commissioner, Jiminy, because he's still a commissioner until the end of the season.
Right.
Just a few little fun facts that you might not know about Jimmy, and that a lot of people might not know about Jimmy.
Ooh,
but
fun facts.
Yeah, he is our commissioner, our fearless leader, our dear leader, if you will. And some facts that you might not know about Jimmy is that, well, one, he is universally known as a fashion icon around the world.
What?
Yeah, just hold on.
Okay.
Jimmy invented the hamburger at one point in his life. He actually invented the hamburger, yes. Not a lot of people don't know this. He's a master golfer.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's a master golfer. He has never in his life used a toilet. Never once in his life has used a toilet.
Get out of town.
No. when he was born, it was a supernatural birth. Like his mother wasn't actually impregnated; it was just supernatural.
Can you explain what a supernatural birth is, sir? I believe even Superman was born out of a woman. I think I could be wrong.
Well, he was born out of his mother, Carol Huber. However, no one knows exactly how he was conceived. It's supernatural. These are just some facts that a lot of people don't know about Jimmy.
How'd you get a hand on all these facts there, Brian?
Well, they might also be the facts that are also known about Kim Jong-un.
Really? Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I just looked up Kim Jong-un myths.
Tell me this all again now that I'm thinking about Kim Jong-un.
He's a fashion icon.
Okay.
He invented the hamburger. He is a master golfer. He has never used a toilet, and he was born supernaturally.
Wow.
Those are just some of them.
That is pretty crazy now.
But they also apply to Jimmy. A lot
yes.
of people don't know that about him.
I mean, I totally see Jimmy also having the Kim Jong-un hairstyle.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Jimmy use a toilet?
I can't say that I have.
Me neither. Case closed.
Case closed.
Have you ever? Were you there when he was born?
I can't say that I was. I would be something. He's older than me, so maybe I was. I don't remember. I was spiritually there.
That's right.
The future.
You know, I actually did go golfing with him once for a bachelor party, for Jay's bachelor party, and I remember him being a master golfer.
Oh yeah? You were there to see the golf scores.
That's right.
I don't know what a good golf score
I think
is.
they're all hole-in-ones.
Oh, it's a little unfair. At least he's honorable enough to not to make bets every hole.
It's true.
That would be really mean.
All right, that was my other unfinished business.
Unfinished business. Okay. I look forward to real facts. I'm sorry, other facts that I don't know about Jimmy.
Are you saying that's fake news?
I don't know. I can't.
Those are alternative facts.
Alternative facts, yes. Since I can't prove otherwise, I can't say whether it's a lie or it's the truth.
That's right.
Kind of stinks. No, my other wasn't really unfinished business. What I had to say was I just wanted to revisit Le'Veon Bell for a second. What do you think? Do you think he is? First of all, do you think he's the best running back in the game?
Well, since he's not in the game,
Well, before he was out.
Before he left. No. I think if he was playing right now, I think Gurley would still have him.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. But that's like 1 year though. They made it. My point is, reason I brought this up is because I was watching a little snippet of the Colin Hurd show.
Okay.
And he was interviewing Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah.
And it was kind of interesting. And he said, talking about like the holdout and stuff. He says, he's like, you're one of the top 5 running backs. And Le'Veon Bell's like, excuse me, come again? And he goes, you're one of the top 5 or 4 running backs. He's like, no, you're wrong, man. He's like, I think Hurd was like baiting him kind of.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, you carried it. Like, what do you mean? How are you not one of the top 5? And he's like, he's like, I'm probably, he's like, kind of like him trying to explain his side of the story. No, nothing about the holdout. He's like, listen, he's like, you could say I'm one of the top 5 running backs, but every year since I've been in the league, it was always, probably not the first year when he was a rookie.
Yeah.
He said it was always talking about me and DeMarco.
Yeah.
Me and Zeke.
Yeah.
Me and there's another one, and he said, and now me and Gurley.
Yeah.
He's like, but every year it's been me and somebody else. This has never been other people. And he said, so you could talk about it. He's like, I bring something to the game that nobody else brings, which is his running style, which is true.
Yeah,
he patented that patient move with the cuts, and nobody else does that. Also, he said that something, I don't know if it's true or not, but it was kind of a cool fact. He said, on pass protection, Ben Roethlisberger, when I was on pass protection, was never sacked, which is a giant strength from a running back.
I've heard he's an exceptional blocker. I don't pay attention to that stuff, but
plus he goes out in the slot as a receiver. Like, he does a lot of things that running back, like, they can send him, and so I thought that was kind of interesting. Then I started like thinking about the one guy on another radio station said this year the Steelers have thrown the ball 67% of the time. When Le'Veon Bell was there, 67, so 33% of the time they're running the ball this year. So when Le'Veon Bell was there, they were running at 42 point whatever percent, and it was 50-some% for passing. So this has Le'Veon Bell not being there has affected them actually greatly more than people look at it. And Connor, while being a good running back,
very good,
very good. I think I'm coming back on my opinion. He's no Le'Veon Bell, and this has affected the Steelers greatly. And they were saying that they think that Le'Veon Bell not being on the Steelers will catch up to them.
I think it will.
And either whether in the form of like a 3-game losing streak, or in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean,
so it's kind of interesting now.
I think it did last game. I think if Le'Veon Bell was there in Denver, they would have won that game.
I agree.
I think the last game, Connor almost blew it, you know, by dropping that touchdown pass really late in the game. Mm-hmm. You know, fortunately they were able to score 2 plays later, but man, if they hadn't, that would have been all on Connor because that was a gimme touchdown.
Yeah, it was.
Since Le'Veon Bell has officially announced that he's not coming back, Connor's dropped off, you know.
Yeah. Well, they're also saying the reason for passing so much is that they're trying not to use Connor as much because of his running style, which while Pittsburghers, we love it because he runs people over, he's more prone to being hurt. Yeah. Which, like Eddie George would have been, would have lasted longer if he wasn't running like that. But it was the running style that people come to love him by.
Absolutely.
So, but yeah, I just thought that was kind of interesting take on it. It made me look at the situation better from both sides. While I don't, as a fan, I don't like him not being in a Steelers uniform, and I also don't like him asking for so much money. As a fan, I'm curious to see what happens in the season at the off season, because there's also like a little tweet or something where he hinted at like playing with the Indianapolis Colts, because he said, me and Andrew Luck would be amazing, which it would be.
It would be. That would put the Colts on a whole other level.
Yeah. Plus, it would be I think it might be another version of the Steelers, because you have Le'Veon Bell, and then his receiver would be T.Y. Hilton, like Antonio Brown.
That's true. Well, did you also hear the rumor about the Jets?
Yeah, they got a lot of cap space, but he doesn't want to go there. That's like a big market, so.
You know what? I really think that there's a lot of truth to that. I think that he has a deal worked out, like a wink and a nod kind of deal with another team already. Otherwise, I think he would have came back for some money, because I just feel like it's either the Jets or the Colts or somebody. He's got a big-time deal in the works, but they can't announce it until later.
Right. Yeah, they talked about that on the radio too.
Yeah, I think it's a done deal.
They said Ravens are a possibility.
Is that right?
Yeah, which would suck.
That would suck.
Because I don't know. I think he is the best one. I think he's the best running back. To be honest, I know Gurley. Everybody loves Gurley, but I mean, Bell's just amazing. The only reason I say it is because I've seen it in person. Yeah. And last time I was with Craig, and we went to the Kansas City Chiefs game at night, and I looked at Craig. I said, "This is like watching a Madden game." He had like 160-some yards, did like a couple spin moves, and Craig's like, "Yeah, it is. It's sick." He had like 2-3 touchdowns. It was amazing.
Yeah, no doubt. We'll see what he has when he comes back. I mean, he'll probably be ready. But
Ricky Williams was.
Yeah, it's true.
Bitch better have my money. Wow.
Is that a little frightening?
I think so. It's either that or someone with a really bad smoking habit.
All right. So there was only one transaction that there were multiple bids on, and it was for the no-name Marcel Aitman. I put in $2, and Crick put in $0, and I won it. I can't believe there were no other bidding wars.
Well, my question to you is, who's Marcel Aitman?
I don't know. Is that a joke?
No, I don't know.
He's a wide receiver for I thought it was like a setup for a joke. He's a wide receiver for Oakland, and they're playing the Chiefs, and he got like 10 targets last week. I probably won't even play him, but I just thought, I'll hold on to him in case he blows up, maybe play him in the playoffs if somebody gets hurt.
Huh? Okay.
So, I have no idea who he is. First time I saw his name. But I've stashed him away on the bench.
Okay. Does that make him the pickup of the week?
It doesn't have to be. Let's see what else. I think I have an idea of who I'm going to choose.
All right. Well, then I guess the other picks would be Kabisic with Justin Jackson for $8. Or Justin or Josh, whatever it is.
Yeah, Justin.
Okay, and Mighty Midgets got Chris Samuel for $14. And you picked up Josh Doxson for $41. Big old 41.
Yeah.
And you could have had him for $1.
For $1 or $0.
Or $0. It's pretty crazy.
What do you think?
I will give it. I mean, I guess I'll give it to Craig. The Jackson guy's back. He's the backup for Melvin Gordon and Eckler. I don't know what he's gonna do. He's pretty good as far as like his last game, but I mean, do you play him? I mean, does Craig play him?
No, I don't think so. Not yet.
Not yet. Well, even Melvin Gordon, he's only out for a couple weeks, is what they said.
True.
So I don't know what Craig's thought process is. Maybe he's mad because he didn't get Gus Edwards. And he's been going off for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, could be.
I mean,
I'm gonna give it to Crick for Curtis Samuel. He's been actually getting quite a few looks lately. I thought for some reason he was the backup to McCaffrey. He's a wide receiver though.
He's a wide receiver.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Who's the backup to McCaffrey?
Not C.J. Anderson into that.
Yeah, that's true. It's not him anymore.
Maybe it's still Cameron Artis-Payne.
It might be. But Curtis Samuel's been getting like a touchdown like pretty much like the last 3 or 4 weeks. Not a lot of targets, but he could be a bigger focal point if McCaffrey went down or something like that. I don't know. There are really no great pickups this week. It's kind of surprising because you're going into the playoffs pretty soon.
Yeah. I thought about picking up Jackson, but I just like I've got too many running backs, so I don't know who else I'd drop. So I was like, it's not worth it for me.
All right. I think that's enough of that.
All right. Bullering, beep.
Oh, gentlemen of the podcast, gentlemen of Tonto's Demise, I apologize for my absence. Life has intervened as it does. But it's time for a little Venus talking. So, good luck to everyone this week who is still fighting for a spot in the playoffs, which feels like most of the league this year. A lot of crazy records, a lot of crazy math flying around. Everybody's getting a shot in here at the minute, or a shot at ruining somebody else's plans. So, it's a lot of fun. And, I just want to say, D, coming for you, brother. I'm gunning. I'm going to take down Kabisik. He's been showing some weakness lately. Granted, all of his players were on bye last week. I think he was playing with a kicker and the third cheerleader from the left. But even still, there's blood in the water, folks, and I'm coming. Taking them down. I'm making the playoffs, and then I'm making a run. I'm going to be this year's Isotopes. Fuck this year's actual Isotopes. I am going to be them. I'm going to make a crazy comeback, and I'm going to win it all. It's starting this week. I'm on a 2-game winning streak. We're going to 3, and I'm taking it all. Thank you. Love you. Fuck you very much. Peace out.
I don't know about you, Brian, but I kind of enjoyed that. I like that was a fiery message.
Started out kind of soft.
Yeah. Kevin Bean, I like that. You even shout right out at you. I'm coming for you, brother.
I know.
I like
coming
it.
Right for me.
Mm-hmm. He didn't use the old Tombstone line where I'm coming for you and I'm telling him I'm coming and I'm bringing hell with me.
It was more of a Hulk Hogan approach.
Right,
for you, brother.
Everybody just think about Kevin Bean in that yellow Speedo wrestling outfit. Doing the Hulkamania.
Right, cupping his ear there.
That's right.
Yeah. I mean, Bean knows what he has to do. You know, we're sitting there neck and neck. I mean, if we both win, he could still overtake me if he outperforms my team.
Okay.
I think Kabisik said he's down by like 40 points or so. It'll take a Herculean effort, but
Hercules.
Hercules. But he could absolutely do it.
What? Oh.
I liked how he said he's going to basically become the Isotopes to win it all again, and he's going to try and sneak into that 6th seed, because that 6th seed is a sweet spot to be.
It is. I wonder how many people actually won with that.
The time I won, I did.
Yeah, I think Crick won with the 6th seed as well.
Yeah. I think it's a good seed because it's like you get hot exactly when you need to, and then you stay hot for those next 3 weeks, and you're good. So...
True.
If you're at the top, you might be fizzling. I mean, Craig has lost, I think, 2 or 3 games now, so he might be on a downturn here.
He might be a little worried. He doesn't want to say. That's why he spent that $43 on the Arizona defense. I mean, who knows? Also, he could be very confident, but I'm more hopeful for Bean if Bean makes it. it'd be fun for him to get in there. I know they'll probably have a couple more episodes of Venus talking. That's for sure.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it all shakes out because we got Jay, who's got more points than Kevin Bean and I by far, but he's got a weaker record. Which he lived up to his team name, Bad Luck Bears.
Nice,
horrible luck.
Yeah.
Could have got a couple wins here and there, but it just didn't work out. But he wins, and we lose. He's in no problem. So
which could very well happen.
Yeah, very very could happen. I mean, he's playing Jut, which more than likely I would put my money on that. And
sorry, Jut.
Yeah, and it's like I have a very difficult matchup against Crick, and Bean has an extremely difficult matchup against Craig. So I mean, Jay might have a better chance than we think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I wouldn't mind having a Huber brother in there. One for the final season.
Yeah, and if I'm being perfectly honest, do I want to be in the playoffs? Of course. Do I think Jay maybe deserves it a little bit more than me in terms of his team's performance? Yeah. I think they deserve it a little bit more than me, but fantasy gods, they don't really care about that. I mean, look at Kabisik won it last year with 6 and 7, so none of that matters. So it's not a matter of what you deserve. It's just kind of how the hand you're dealt. Yeah. So, any other comments about Bean's call?
No. Bring Venus talk back for next week, Kevin.
Yeah.
Life gets in the way, but that doesn't mean there's 5 minutes out of your time to call us.
That's right. And in fact, it was 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Yeah, there you go. 1 minute 30 seconds, and you could give your own self a little bit of fantasy therapy.
That's right. So, any other interesting comments you want to make? Interesting comments about the playoff picture?
Yeah.
Before we get into the matchups?
Sure. I mean, like Bigler has been letting everybody know he's just relaxing in his hammock.
Yeah.
Like he said, he's just going to start Traquan Smith for fun. I'm hoping that it bites him this week because I'm sure we are both 8-4.
Yeah.
I think 56 to 58 points behind him.
Oh, is that it?
So maybe the Traquan Smith might actually hurt him. If we both win and I have more points than he does, he might flip the script and I might be able to play, say, Jimmy or Jason Huber, while he's got to play either you or Bean or Crick.
Yep.
And also, the only reason I would care about that as well as in the third seed was I would play Craig, right? Craig is seeding. He's second, right?
Oh yeah.
And I would love another.
Past the first round.
Yeah, if I was to make it past the first round, I would like to have a second shot at the guy.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
I would love for it to work out that you and I don't play each other in the first round if I make playoffs. So there's a potential for that podcaster bowl.
I would love a podcaster bowl.
Yeah, me too, because it would be guaranteed in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it'd be like, Philadelphia played Pittsburgh, because the thing is, nobody else is going to watch it unless you're from Pennsylvania. Nobody else is going to watch it unless you're from Pittsburgh.
That's right.
Everybody else is just they have to come to Pittsburgh.
You can just book your tickets in advance.
Yeah, well, we have to make it there first.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Obviously, you're in the dance. I'm not, so I'm afraid of watching this game tonight because who knows, I might be down 30 or 40 points by now. I'm actually afraid of that game because it's like every single play. Kamara or Elliott could hurt big time. Could go off for a touchdown.
I didn't even think of that from your vantage point.
Every single play.
Yep, it's true.
So, you want to get into the matchups?
Oh, yeah, let's get into matchups. This week's matchups. That was a very, very light symbol.
The road to the playoff.
We're still recording.
We're still recording.
We're recording. Sorry. Okay, the first matchup.
We're doing it live.
It's Pasta Magic versus From Gags to Riches. Let's start off with the QBs. Kirk Cousins versus Baker Mayfield. I'm going to do that the whole season. Just think Booker Mayfield's a way better name.
I'll hold that phone over here so I can see it as well.
Yeah, I thought you knew everything. You're like psycho.
I don't know everything.
Psychopathic.
I'm going to give that one to Kirk.
I'm going to go with Kirk as well.
Yeah.
All right, receivers, we've got Tyler Boyd, Emmanuel Sanders, Jarvis Landry versus Devontae Adams, Alshon Jeffrey, and I think it's Josh Reynolds.
I think it is. Yeah, I'm going to give this one, believe it or not, I'm going to give this to Tree Size, Boyd Sanders, and Landry. I know who you're going to go with.
I've got to go with Gags to Riches.
I knew it.
With Davante Adams.
You love that guy.
I do love it. I wish I had him. He's tried to trade me a couple times, but I couldn't give him the price that he wanted.
Asking price is too high.
Yeah. Oh, it's loaded. Freaking like one. It's like one through 3 first-round draft picks for him. Jeez. All right. For running backs, we got Jalen Richard and Kenyon Drake, 2 quality running backs, versus Saquon Barkley and Dalvin Cook.
Yeah, I mean, it's no-brainer.
No-brainer. So,
Barkley.
Richard and Drake. No, it's Barkley and Cook.
Yeah.
Or just Barkley.
It's Barkley.
Yeah. And tight ends, we got Trey Burton versus Travis Kelce. We should all agree that Travis Kelce is now the new number 1 tight end.
Yeah.
He's taking the torch.
Yeah, I agree.
And with that, I go Kelce.
Kelce as well. Real quickly, Barkley, I was frightening me last week because I was playing against him. He had 30 points in the first half, and I think he got like 2 or 3 in the second half.
Still alive.
Yeah.
Okay, for flex, we got Christian Kirk versus Anthony Miller. I'm going to go Christian Kirk, actually.
Yeah, me too. I'm going to go Kirk. Different Kirk, not Cousins. Yeah.
For kickers, we've got Gano versus Zerline. Greg the Leg. Got to go Greg the Leg.
Greg the Leg's back.
He's back. Guess who's back? Back again. Kicking field goals through the... Sorry.
Still working on that.
Yeah, still working. Lost that rhyme there. And defenses, we've got New Orleans currently versus Dallas, and we've got Seattle versus San Francisco. I got to go Seattle.
Me too. Seattle, without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
San Fran.
And who are you picking to win, Brian?
Overall, I think I have to go with Gags. The only thing I took on Tree Size's team was the receivers, and they're going to be pretty close.
I got to go with Gags. I believe I took everything but Anthony Miller.
And with this, Gags will retain first place overall.
And win the league money for first place, which is, what, $35?
Something like that. Might be a little bit more.
$60?
Yeah, that might be. Yeah, I think it's 55 because you.
55, yeah, because you're 5.
And Craig said that thing that annoyed me that he said in the recap was no one remembers who won the regular season championship. Well, Craig, I do.
Nobody really does.
I do. I won last year.
Oh, well, okay, well.
The person who won it remembers, just so you know.
I just assume it's always Tree Size.
It usually is.
But we'll always remember who was 6-7 and had a losing season.
Yep, and somehow managed to come back and win it.
Just no talented hack.
Yeah.
Okay.
A joke.
You're a joke like Tyreek Hill. All right, and with that joke, we've got FC Bahork.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Sorry, you're not the joke. I was just weird. I was thinking about something else.
Ooh.
He's not even gonna listen to this. Let's be honest. He's just said he hasn't. He
just checked out. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We got Bad Luck Bears versus FC Bahork. Quarterback, we've got Drew Brees versus Marcus Mariota.
Wow. That score.
Yeah, that's the thing. I would normally say Drew Brees, and he's currently got 3.65 points in the second quarter.
I'm still gonna take Drew Brees.
All right, man. All right, I will too.
Yeah, I think it's still early.
Yeah. What is Dallas doing?
I mean, they're crushing. I should have played that D.
They got to be running that ball with Zeke.
Yeah, they must be. Don't even say it. Eventually, we're gonna get to my matchup. We're gonna find out.
I know. Wide receivers, we got Mike Evans, Brandon Cooks, Bruce Ellington versus DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, and Kenny Stills, who's making, I think, a return to the field.
Yeah, I think you're right. That's tough.
Is it?
Not really. Mike Evans. I'm going to go Jay's receivers.
All right, I'm going with Jay's receivers. Also, even with Bruce Ellington, who is a Detroit wide receiver.
He plays for Detroit.
Yes. I did not know who he was. Well, I knew he was, but I thought he played for Texans. Whatever. All right, on to the running backs. We've got Connor Riddick versus Peterson and Kareem Hunt. Peterson's currently got the Q next to his name, so we don't know if he's playing or not.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go Justin.
Yeah, I mean, Connor's been letting us down. I mean, Riddick, he's kind of unproven right now. It's been the blunt show over there, so I'm gonna go with Judd as well on the strength of Kareem Hunt versus Oakland.
Yes, me too. All right, and tight ends, we got Jimmy Graham versus Rob Gronkowski, 2 aging veterans.
Is Graham gonna play?
Yeah, he has like a busted thumb, but he's still playing.
Okay.
I gotta go Gronk.
Me too. He's kind of working his way back in there.
Yep.
Gronk
smash. Gronk sad. And flex, we got, I think it's John Adams or Josh Adams, the Philadelphia running back.
Yeah, I think
versus Marquise Goodwin, who might not play as well. I gotta go with Adams from Philly.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Adams as well. That's a surprise one there.
It is a surprise. Kickers, we got Hopkins versus Rosas. I don't know what it is. I'm going Hopkins.
Yeah, Hopkins as well.
And defense, we've got the Chicago Bears versus the Giants or the LA Rams versus Detroit. Going to go the Chicago Bears versus the Giants.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting, though. I'm going to give upset to the Rams.
Going to give it to the Rams?
Yeah.
I like it. All right, who are you going for the win?
Well, I mean, my heart-gut kind of situation, I got to go against Jay this week just because,
It's your heart.
impacts. Yeah, that's my heart. Impacts my playoff potential, but
Probably hurts your heart, too.
it does hurt my heart bad. But I have a feeling that Jay is going to pull it out. So I'm going to give my brain says Jay's going to win it.
That's disturbing. Is that what they did around that Lock Haven place? People just pull it out? Yeah, no questions asked or anything, you weirdos.
Something like that.
Something like that. So you're going Jay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Jay as well. And it's gonna be fun to see whether he pulls it out and makes it to the playoffs, or if he wins and does not.
I
Because
just figured out what you were saying there.
Oh, you just
That took me a while.
That's that Lock Haven education, guys. Don't send your kids there. I heard they got more than one stoplight now. Probably still have the VHS cassette rental place. It's not Blockbuster. It had some other name I can remember.
Yeah,
but
we weren't
long.
even big enough to have a Blockbuster. I think it was called The Scoop.
The Scoop.
Yeah.
Nice. I actually like that name. It's a
Yeah.
good name for a store. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Jay.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah, I'm taking Jay. I mean, I don't know if he's gonna make the playoffs. I can't guarantee that. I won't take that.
Yeah. All right. What next matchup do we have here? How
Well,
about we go with Juju?
Juju. Okay.
Yeah. That doesn't matter.
Well, now you're the boss, Brian.
I am not the boss. Let's go with the guy in his hammock,
Currently, he's not even listening. He's
wearing his banana hammock.
currently listening to Kenny Chesney, drinking another beer, thinking he's in Mexico in his banana hammock.
And Traquan Smith currently has 0.
Oh,
Just so
boy.
we know. It's Disco versus Juju. Juju's going for another win to finish out his current stint of fantasy football. I predict he will be back within, I'll give him 5 years.
5 years?
5 years he'll be back.
Since this is, I guess we could say this is officially his last game versus Disco, which is kind of
Yeah, a little bit fitting.
fitting. Yeah,
Because
I
Disco's
agree.
always been a thorn in his side.
He sure has. The Braylon Edwards. I bring it up. But since it's his last game, I don't want to call him Juju and the losers. Let's call him the White Wolf.
White Wolf.
The White Wolf?
White Wolf.
White Wolf.
Oh.
White Wolf.
Raritan Wolves.
Raritan Wolves. Nice.
Yeah.
I like it. Alrighty. Oh, I believe you were doing this.
Yep, we're going to go with the quarterbacks. We got Winston going up against Stafford. I'm going to give it to Stafford.
I'm going to give it to Stafford, too. He's going to have to throw the ball a
Going
lot.
against the Rams.
Yeah, and Winston, I mean, yeah, it could be a shootout, that's for sure, for both of them. We're both going Stafford.
Yep. All right. Receivers. We got Beckham, Diggs, and Smith going up against Thomas, Juju, and Amari Cooper. Currently, Thomas and Cooper aren't doing much, but I think they're going to turn it around. I'm going to give this to Jimmy. And I'm actually going to say on the record, his receivers, at least right now, are sexier than Disco's.
Ooh,
I mean, don't you agree?
I agree,
Yeah.
because of Traquan Smith.
And 2 of them, used to be on his team.
What?
Wait, where did he trade Cooper, or where did he get Cooper?
Yeah, he did trade him
So he
Cooper.
traded them both.
Because
Yeah.
he had Derek Carr and Cooper.
That's right.
And Michael Thomas. Yeah, you're right.
That's
I
why
forgot
they're
about
sexy,
that.
because they used to be on
They
Disco's
used-
team.
Yeah, I mean, so this is kind of like when you go to a strip club and they got like that porn star or something like of the week, that this so and so dances on Saturday, 2 shows. Now that he's put on Traquan Smith, it's kind of like Disco did his first dance and he he either drank too much beer or he did too much cocaine or something. He doesn't want to do that second dance, so he's setting up the understudy, and he's Traquan Smith coming to the stage, and currently has $0 thrown at him.
That's hilarious.
But with that, I'm going to go with the White Wolves receivers because I think that they are the sexier trio.
That might be the analogy of the year. Yeah, without a doubt.
I try. White Wolf.
All right, running backs, we got Royce Freeman and Peyton Barber going up against Breda and Coleman. Got to go against the commissioner. Going to go Breda and Coleman.
I got to go Brady and Coleman too, even though they're saying Coleman, this is a bad matchup for him, but still, they're just the better running backs outright. Although Freeman, well, he hasn't been that great, and I'm very thankful for that. Just for personal reasons.
All right, tight ends, we got Reed versus Njoku. I'm going to go Njoku.
I'll go in Joko too, and I believe it's Jimmy who's the one that said you got to be in joking me.
Yeah, joking.
Which was probably one of the better things that I heard at the draft.
That was great.
That cracked me up.
All right, flex. We got Sutton versus Corey Davis. That's a tricky one. I'm gonna go Corey Davis.
I'm gonna go Corey Davis as well. I like that they're giving something like 11.35
he's been
projection.
Dropping off.
Has he?
I don't think so.
Did he ever really rise like the bread
I don't
of an
think
oven?
He did.
Okay. So all right.
You going Davis?
Yeah, I'm going Davis.
All right. Goskowski or Boswell? I'm gonna go Boswell just for fun.
All right, I'm gonna go Goskowski then. He's got a good name. Very Polish, I think.
Yeah. Green Bay D going up against Arizona or Washington against Philly. I'm gonna go Green Bay.
Gotta go Green Bay versus Arizona.
Yeah.
Who are you taking, Brian?
I don't know. It's gonna be a kind of a toss-up, really. Because I'm taking a lot of Jimmy's squad over here. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the upset with Jimmy. I think he ends his current fantasy career with a win.
Would that make it a 2-game winning streak?
You're gonna end it with a 2-game
Oh my
winning streak.
gosh! Well, after my current deliberation and difficult thoughts, my
Heart.
Inversive correlation.
You pull out the brain.
Pull out the brain. Oh, I don't know if these guys know what the brain is, man. They used to pull out the brain in the old Wimber Ramblers soccer bus ride.
Yep.
Bring Don Myers back here. We're going to show her the brain.
Oh my god. Who started that, Gaston?
It's either Gaston or Selinsky.
Yeah.
Imagine if that's today's world. There's so many
Oh my
sexual
God.
harassment things
yeah.
as kids. But I'm going to do it. Wouldn't be prudent, but I'm going to do it, Ryan. I'm going to do it. As my last chance to say it, I'm going with the White Wolf. The White Wolf is going to upset Bigler. The White Wolf. And the next matchup doesn't really mean a thing.
Yeah.
I think is Josh out of it officially?
He's officially out of it. Yep.
Okay, I don't think we clapped him
Yeah,
out. We'll
Craig
do that
clapped
next
him out.
episode. Did he? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know he was allowed to do that.
I don't think he is. He stole that.
He's starting to take the powers. Thinks he's going to be the commissioner already. Thinks he can do whatever he
Princess
wants.
of Power.
What's that?
What's the power? Princess of Power?
Pinchers of Power.
Oh, yeah.
Princess of Power? Is that what you just said?
I don't even know that.
Did you just try to quote a movie you've never seen, Brian? The Goonies. You tried to quote The Goonies. Princess of Power. Literally, you were like the Asian kid that I can't understand. So I guess you kind of were quoting the movie right.
I knew that's a quote, but I didn't know. I did try to quote a movie I don't know.
Let the record show that Brian has never seen The Goonies. And he just tried to quote it. Is that an oxymoron? Is that what that is?
It's a major faux pas.
It's a terrible faux pas. Oh man.
Sorry.
I'm
What is the quote,
so
actually?
thrown off. It's pinches of power.
Okay.
But he's like pinches of power. He says, there's no ER, it's an A. Oh, pinches of power. Oh gosh,
All right,
I love that
sorry.
movie so much. I'm probably quoting it wrong myself. It's hard to understand them sometimes. Okay, and the slick shoes. I'm not gonna tell you because you don't understand. Okay. All right, quarterbacks. We got Phillip Rivers. Pinches of passes.
Like candy's kicking in.
Pinches of passes of power. That's good. We got so much candy, Brian. It's like Halloween in this Seattle joint.
Seattle.
Oh man, I can't believe I got them all here safely. Thank gosh, the guy 3 people ahead of me was the one that they pulled aside. Phillip Rivers versus Aaron Rodgers. I'm going
Rivers.
I'm going Rivers as well.
Yep.
I don't know what's going on. Rodgers and Green Bay are falling apart.
Yep, that's true.
It's 'cause, I know what's going on. They don't have Jordy Nelson.
That's
pretty much what it
very
is.
possible.
Yep. Wide receivers. Julio Jones. I almost said Julius Jones. Julio Jones. DeAndre Hopkins.
You're so proud of yourself.
I am. I almost said the wrong. And Julian Edelman versus Deshaun Jackson, T.Y. Hilton, and Allen Robinson II.
Yeah, I mean, you right now have the best receivers in the league. Although Jimmy's are almost as sexy as yours. But I'm going to give it to you.
It's a shame we won't see Jimmy in the playoff.
That's true. But yeah, I'm taking your receivers.
Thank you.
And you're not even going to say who you're taking, huh?
I'm taking my receivers.
Okay.
Running backs. Currently, I've got Lamar Miller. Gus Edwards versus suspended Leonard Fournette.
Yep.
And Nick Chubb, please change that so they can't say you're giving me the win.
That's a good point. Yeah, just for
Shits and giggles.
Yep. Depends on who he puts in there, but Chubb's actually starting to look like a legitimate NFL potential star here. Carry on my wayward son. Is he coming back?
Nah, he's gonna be out.
All right, Crowell, he might have to put in there maybe, or if he picks somebody
Wendell
up.
Smallwood.
Mr.
TJ
Smallwood.
Yeldon.
That's
just throw him in. Yeah.
He's gonna throw the Yeldon in there.
Yeah.
With Yeldon in there, I might actually give it to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna give it to him. Chubb and Yeldon.
All right, let me look at some. Currently, I'm glad I didn't put in Mark Ingram. He's 1.6.
Yeah, good point. 6.
Good job. I'm gonna go with. Sure, I'll give it to Josh.
Yeah,
Why not?
I think he's got it.
All right,
How about this
tight ends. I'm introducing this. This is my thing. Don't steal this from me. George Kittle versus Zach Ertz. I gotta go Zach Ertz.
Yeah, I gotta go Ertz. It hurts.
It hurts.
How
to
about
pick
it, Bean?
Ertz.
How about it, Bean?
Hey,
It hurts.
hey. The flex. We got Philip Lindsay versus Cameron Brate.
Oh, Lindsay's projected at 17. That's pretty good.
It is pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Pretty good. I'm gonna give it to Lindsay.
Winston likes to throw to Cameron Brate too, though. I'm gonna go with Lindsay as well. I really like that guy.
Wow, look at Lutz.
I know, freaking. If you could please, New Orleans, start scoring. So we got Lutz versus Fairborn. Currently, I'm going to go with Fairborn.
Yeah, me too.
Because
Although-
Dallas is stomping
They're
them.
10-0. And Lutz he might have to kick a few field goals here still. Good night. I'm gonna go with Fairborn.
Fairborn. Okay, defenses. New England versus Minnesota or Jacksonville versus Indianapolis. Keep in mind, Jacksonville does not have Blake Bortles and it does not have Leonard Fournette.
I'm gonna go New England.
I'm going to go New England as well.
Yeah, and I mean, Indianapolis is looking pretty good.
I might still change Indianapolis defense against Jacksonville. Who knows?
I think you pull this win out. I don't think it's going to be a blowout, but I think you do eke it out, and I think it's going to be on the strength of your receivers and Rivers.
I couldn't agree with you more. It's going to be a real tight one, but I think I do pull it out, and I cement my spot in the playoffs of whatever seed I will be.
Yeah, and I know Josh would love to just get one more little chink in your armor before you head into the playoffs, but I don't think it's going to happen.
He's not the Detling killer.
No, he's
Or
not.
should we call it the Detling Destroyer?
Oh, yeah.
It's Kabisic Killer.
Yeah.
It's just Detling Destroyer.
Or a detonator.
Oh. Hey.
All right, so we're both going with you.
Yeah.
In the next matchup, we've got Springfield Isotopes projected at 204 points. It's sickening. Going up against Dub C projected around 160. Start off the quarterbacks here. We got Goff going up against Mahomes. I'm going to give it to Goff. I think there's a better chance for like a shootout. Mahomes might still put up 3 TDs, but I'm going to give it to Goff.
I'm going to give it to Goff as well. Like you said, I think there'll be a shootout. Potentially the KC game versus Oakland could become a blowout real fast.
Real fast.
And I
Show.
I think the Hunt Show.
Yeah.
I think I heard the Oakland DBs are pretty good, but their linebacking and stuff is really bad. So I think it could be a running game for Hunt.
Yeah.
Like you said.
All right. Receiving, we've got for
Did you say reseeding?
receding hairlines. Receivers.
Stop looking at my bald spot. It's just a spot.
Can you call it a spot?
It's just a small spot.
We got Lockett, Thomas, and Woods going up against Hill, Green, and Baldwin. I guess I'm going to give it to Craig, but I don't know. Actually, I'm going to give it to Dub C.
Wow. All right.
Greens doesn't have a quarterback thrown to him right now. He's still questionable. I'm going to give it to Dub C, not by a lot, but I think he wins it by a little bit.
Okay. Actually, it's kind of interesting. I was about the quarterback wide receiver stacking.
Yeah.
Holmes to Hill and Goff to Woods.
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of interesting.
Nice little matchup.
Yeah, and you also got Doug Baldwin versus Lockett.
Yeah.
Lockett and the other guy, Dave, I believe it's Dave Moore, is the other receiver from Seattle.
Yeah.
Or I don't know.
it is
But
Dave.
they're like the touchdown machines, and Baldwin still isn't doing that great.
He's got 2 bad knees.
He got 2 bad knees. I think he said he was like 80s. He won't play 100% the whole year.
That's right.
AJ Green, it's kind of interesting to see how the quarterback Driscoll, Green's still going to be good.
Yeah, but will he be as good?
Right. So that's kind of a nice little side plot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Craig. I just think,
Hill.
Tyreek Hill,
Yeah.
if they focus, he can really, he can also do that end around run or whatever they call it really well.
Button hook.
But a button hook, a flat route. I learned that one
did too.
because Antonio Brown didn't run a flat route enough. So
It needs to be a little flatter.
yeah, needs a little bit flatter.
All right, in the running back position, we've got Mixon and Martin going up against Jones and White. Gotta go with Craig here.
Mixon and Martin makes me think of the ripping and the tearing.
Yeah.
Ripping and tearing. You gotta go. Would you say?
I'm gonna go Craig here. Although James White's been doing next to nothing. It's been the Sony Michel show. But I think Aaron Jones still does enough to win it.
Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna go with Mixon and Martin. I think. With if Oakland keeps it close, I know. Stop laughing. Martin could be a beast, and Mixon versus Denver could be very well as well. Could do very well. I'm gonna go on a big leap here and go Mixon and Martin.
All right. We got in the tight ends. We've got who is it? Jay Smith and Jonnu.
Jonnu. Jonnu.
Going up against Olsen.
He-Man.
Gotta give it to He-Man.
Gotta give it to He-Man too. Tampa Bay could be a high score.
We've got Shady McCoy in the flex with his probably lowest projection ever. I don't know if it is, but it's got to be close. 11.54. Going up against Gurley. This second. Going Gurley.
Oh, you gotta go McCoy. What are you, Gurley?
Man, that's just so crazy. See McCoy with 11.54.
It is, but I mean,
PPR league.
It sucks. All right. Really sucks.
Tucker versus Crosby. Tucker.
Speaking of Crosby's, watched the Penguin yesterday.
I didn't watch, but I saw the highlights.
I only watched it for 5 minutes, Brian. The right 5 minutes.
Duh, really?
I saw it. I was laying in bed and saw Crosby score 3 natural. Yeah, it was a beautiful thing. I thought they were going to win.
Josh taught me what the natural hat trick was over the weekend. I didn't know that. That meant 3 consecutive goals.
By yourself.
Yeah, by yourself.
Yep.
Did not know that. I thought it meant it's like when you don't wear a condom when you score a goal.
What?
Natural.
That's a natural hat trick?
Yeah.
Like you mean like being able to bang 3 chicks without a condom? Is that what this is?
Exactly. You're not wearing your condom.
Well, then, I've had like a couple natural hat tricks, Brian. It's a beautiful thing. Who knew? Nobody ever threw hats at me. They threw shade.
Let's call it natural hat. That's funny. Natural hat trick because you're not actually wearing any hats on your Jimmy.
For the record, I never called it Jimmy. I want all you Jimmies in the league to know that I never called it Jimmy.
All right. Defenses, Minnesota or Denver?
Denver for me.
Yeah, probably.
Or Cincinnati with a Driscoll?
Denver. Yeah. It's in Cincinnati.
Not to be confused with Cole Trickle?
Yeah, it's Denver.
Denver? Okay.
All right.
Who you going with?
I hate to do it. My brain and my heart are going with Craig. Sorry, Bean.
Go with Craig as well. Terrible thing.
Yeah, Dubsy put a nice season together, and I could stand corrected next week, but I don't think he makes it into the playoffs. There's a very good chance I don't make it into the playoffs. But he put a nice season together.
Ifs and buts, Brian.
Yep.
And if ifs and buts for candy and nuts, we'd all have a fucking Merry Christmas.
Save that for like the
Christmas
Tonto
episode.
Bowl.
Yeah. Too late now.
Well, no, they'll remember.
Nobody's listening to this.
No. All right, let's get on to the matchup of the week.
This week's... No, that's not it. The matchup of the week. Totally bogarted that one. I'm such a jabroni. Sorry, Brian. We've got... I almost forgot to even do the match.
Now you actually have to do some analysis.
Yeah, all right. We've got the Mighty Midgets versus the Hillbillies on PCP.
Gotta be a barn burner.
Real barn burner. Oh,
Princess
man.
of Power.
Brian's getting the Princess of Power, which is a.k.a. PCP, to win this matchup. We've got, starting in the line up for the quarterbacks, I can't talk anymore, is the Ben Roethlisberger, Big Ben, versus Superman himself, Cam Newton. That was one thing I was wondering. I also noticed that you started playing Cam Newton instead of Tom Brady.
Yeah, it's not even close.
So are you saying Tom Brady doesn't have it anymore in the fantasy world?
In the fantasy world, he does not.
Interesting.
He does not. Like, they've just been doing... There's too balanced anymore. There's going more Sony Michel without Gronk really being a force. Yep, it's not worth it. Cam's more of a threat.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I mean, I have him in my dynasty league for a reason.
And this week, I'm thankful that they're playing Minnesota because that makes it a little bit easier. Minnesota's still got a pretty strong D, so they make it a little bit easier to start Cam.
Okay. So, who are you going with? Big Ben or Cam?
I'm going Big Ben, but I think that they both score over 50. It just depends on how much more over 50 Big Ben scores.
I see. I'm going to go Cam.
Wow, that's surprising.
Superman. I love Cam. I love Carolina, man. They're a good team.
Yeah, I mean, I hope you're right about this one. And I kind of hope that the Steelers go a little more balanced this week because, man, all Ben does is throw all day.
He does. He's earned that respect.
Yeah.
He's earned the right stature to
for those
to
of you
question
that haven't
teammates.
been like following the local sports news. Yeah, like Big Ben.
Power.
Big Ben thinks he can say anything publicly that he wants to, which I kind of disagree with.
I agree with him.
Yeah,
he's the team.
He is the team,
He's
but
the captain. He's been there the longest. He's the last remaining one from the Super Bowl.
the only reason I think he can get away with it is because he's not going to. Sometimes people aren't going to listen to him privately. They're just going to go in one ear, out the other. Mm-hmm. You say it publicly, and you see it blowing up on Twitter. Then you actually have to take notice to do it and think about it. So,
I think it's great.
Yeah.
I think he should be able to, and I think you should call Antonio Brown up because they didn't call him. He doesn't do anything ever. He called out over that stupid locker room Facebook thing, which I still think is a terrible idea.
Oh, I agree.
He should have been suspended multiple times by the Steelers.
Facebook Live,
Live, throwing the Gatorade.
because he was getting paid, right?
He was getting paid.
Yeah,
it's bullshit.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's like I said back then. That's one of the reasons I was getting upset with the Steelers. But yeah, okay, we got
moving on to the receivers.
Moving on. Brian's trying to get me out of here.
Yeah,
gotta go to bed and all that. Wide receivers for the Mighty Midgets, we got Adam Thielen, which would be poetic justice if he ends up beating Brian, since Brian gave him up for Josh.
For pointing it out. It's not like I don't think about it every time I look at my lineup.
Who's that guy? Jordan Howard?
Yeah, who's not even playing.
I almost said you gave it up for Josh Hayward. It's like Josh Hayward is his running back. Little meatball. Adam Thielen, Adam Humphries, and Sammy Watkins versus Kenny Galladay. We're in Detroit. Every day is a Galladay.
Yep.
Josh Gordon and the newly arrived member just barely had any time to put down his duffel bag. Josh Doxton on the Hillbillies and PCP.
It's hard to start him.
But why'd you pay $41 if you're going to start him?
I mean, I have to.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. All right, I'm going with Mighty Midgets. Mainly because of Thielen, and I got to tell you, I almost feel like I deserve to lose this because I didn't keep Thielen. I'm not saying I want to, but it would be poetic justice.
It would be. I got to go with Jimmy as well, mainly on the strength of Thielen.
Yeah.
So
I'll never live that one down.
No, you won't.
Unless I win the championship, and then I'll say, it didn't matter. All right.
Okay. All right. Got to get in first. As they say, you can't make the club if you're in the tub.
Good point.
And the running backs currently, the beast Alvin Kamara versus the Bible Belt Ezekiel Elliott going against David Johnson and Christian McCaffrey.
It's a really good matchup right here.
It is a really good matchup. I gotta go. I'm sorry, bro. My mind is hurting.
It's a really tough one.
I'm gonna go David Johnson and Christian McCaffrey. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, Kamara hasn't been doing a lot lately. He hasn't been as blowing up as much, so I'm going to give it to my guys as well. I think David Johnson could be used out of the backfield quite a bit against Green Bay. So, and McCaffrey, he's not going to get 50 points again, but he's probably going to get 30. So, it's going to be really close. I think both these
could get 50 points.
I mean, I hope he does.
Tampa Bay.
I hope he does, but I just don't know if he will. Going to go my guys, but it's going to be close.
So, you're talking about my guys.
I am.
All right, moving on. Tight ends. We got Jared Cook versus Eric Ebron, which I must say, Brian, was a solid pick this year. Was that?
It was.
Did you draft him?
Yeah, I drafted him pretty late.
What round was that?
Maybe like 13 or 14.
Wow. Yeah. Solid draft pick.
Yep.
I am still surprised every week he scores.
I am too, but he scored again last week. I should have played him last week. I didn't because the game before that he didn't get one look, so scared me away.
Well, now Jack Doyle is on the IR.
Oh.
So you're pretty much money the whole season with him.
Yep. So, I'm going to go Ebron.
All right, Ebron. All right, the flex position, we've got Austin Eckler versus Antonio Brown. Look how far Antonio Brown's projections have started to fall, Brian. Definitely not a top 5 receiver quality projection.
He's like number 6 or 7.
Probably 8 or 9. Just saying.
Yeah.
Who are you going with? Well, I'm going with Antonio Brown still.
Yeah. I'm going to go Brown because he could break off a big one, but
this is prime time. It's a prime time game.
And, last week, I think Ben's just trying to get in Brown's head, maybe motivate him a little bit. Did you hear what he said? They should have thrown to Juju 4 times in a row.
Yeah. Yep.
Which may have been a good idea. Or they could try running it in, but...
even Stevie Wonder wanted hindsight, Brian.
I'm going to go Brown, but Eckler's going to be a nice play.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of him.
Afraid of him? Yeah. That guy's like a bull in a china shop.
Yeah.
Kicker, we got Prater versus Butker. Still going to go Butker on the name.
Going Butker.
Butker. Defense, Miami defense versus Buffalo or Philadelphia versus Washington. Now, looking at this before, I just saw Jimmy's. I didn't see yours. I thought that was a big strength. But now looking at both defenses.
It's going to be pretty tight.
Yeah, it's actually 2 quality matchups here. I got to go. I think I got to go Philadelphia.
Yeah. Colt McCoy's slinging it there.
And
threw 3 picks
bad offensive line.
Yeah.
Peterson's questionable.
And Buffalo's been doing all right.
Buffalo has been doing all right. I don't know. Is Miami still a Rosweiler or the other guy?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Ryan Tannehill. I'm not sure either. They're both not. I mean, not saying that really one makes a difference.
No.
Yeah, I'm going to go Philly.
Yeah, me too. I'm going to take Philly. Seriously, up and down, this is really, really tight. There's no extreme advantage, in my opinion. I think his receivers have a pretty decent advantage against mine, but Galladay is pretty much Detroit's receiving core now.
Yeah,
so he could, and Doxson's been getting a lot of targets. I'm hoping he can get me a touchdown. I think it's going to be a really, really good matchup. I hope we both have over 200 points. I'd love to see us both get into the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm going to pick my team, but I don't feel great about it.
Right. Yeah. I've been there, man. It's a terrible feeling. It'll be me next week.
Yep.
Geez. Like you said, it's pretty tight.
Eckler is the thing that really scares me because it's like a third running back who's going to be a double threat.
Right. Yeah, Rivers likes to use him out in the backfield.
Yeah.
I think I picked your quarterback. I picked your running backs. I picked your tight end, your flex. I got to go with you. I picked everything else besides his running backs.
Receivers.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Besides receivers. Yeah, I pick you. It's really tight at the moment, like you said, as far as projections and current points going. I'm picking you. I don't know how it's going to go, and even if. What are you, 6th place right now?
I am
and
currently
he's 5th place.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, pretty much you guys just play till you just flip spots and you're still both in.
It's possible, but I'd need Bean and Jay to lose for me to stay.
That's if you lose.
If I lose, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I need a lot of help if I lose.
Right.
Which it could happen.
Right.
It very well could happen. Okay. But here's my prediction, if you want to get into it. I mean, I think I'm... If I had to really put it all
matchup
on the
of the week, so you can get into.
I mean, I think I'm gonna lose this matchup, and I have a bad gut feeling that Jay's gonna sneak into that 6th spot. I do. I think he's gonna leapfrog me, and I think I'm gonna be on the outside looking in. I hope I'm wrong, but that's my gut feeling.
Oh man.
So
it's like that time I was at the King of Prussia Mall, and I wanted to go into the Versace store, and I walked in, and then I looked at how much a pair of tidy whities were. And that's before I got through the second set of doors.
Jeez.
They were $70.
Wow.
Yeah, no lie. That was one of the most prominent times I thought about I was on the outside looking in. Yeah. That was in my mind, that was the 1%.
Oh, for sure. You're never getting in there.
$70 for tidy whities?
I wouldn't even want to get in there.
No, people let in. 2 salespeople were looking at me very judgingly. Granted, I was like an 18-year-old kid or whatever, but still. But I mean, lucky you got a lot of hair to lose.
Because I'm going to lose it in the next 5 days. The next 5 days, I'm definitely going to lose it. All right. And it sucks because it's like all the big matchups have a lot riding on them too. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know if he has anybody Monday night, but I definitely have 2 people going Monday night. Yeah, he'll be done. But I'll have Philly D and Doxson.
Kind of sucks. Doxson versus your defense.
I know. I had to do it. I mean, my other choices are Jordan Howard or David Johnson or Duke Johnson, and Duke hasn't been doing much lately. Going for somebody with a higher, like slightly higher ceiling, I think.
Yeah. I guess he has been having an uptick in points.
Yeah, and I mean Duke might go off, but geez, I gotta go with what I think can give me the most points, the higher ceiling.
I think Jimmy's doing the same thing though, because he's got Adam Humphries in there, who's actually been tearing it up lately for Tampa Bay, and Sammy Watkins. He's questionable. They still don't know if he's actually going to play because of his foot. He played last week, I believe, but he didn't stay that long in that long because of his foot. So he might. That's a gamble for him as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. Cook's Carr's favorite target, but. Versus KC could be.
Man, he could definitely get him some points.
Yeah, he's got some good matchups there. Like you said about Elliott versus New Orleans currently going off. It's halftime.
For halftime, thank God he doesn't have 20.
It's interesting that he's already got 18.7, and that they're the projection is 27.98. Just feel like anytime Dallas has the ball, they're going to feed him.
Absolutely, his projection should be 40.
Yeah, it should be. But I mean,
Kamara might be getting. I don't even want to get into it. I don't even get into it.
He's no Gurley.
No.
Apparently. I hope you hope all your dreams come true, Brian.
Me too.
I don't know what to tell you.
I hope I'm in the big dance with you guys.
Big dance, the sock hop.
Yep. I hope I can join you at the playoff table to have a shot at taking Craig down eventually.
Yep, we're all gunning. We're coming for you, brother. Or Gags, he's just lucked his. I can't even call it lucked his way in there.
He's so quietly taking the first place.
Yeah, and did he trade anything this year?
I think he had maybe one minor trade. I don't think he traded anything big.
Okay, all right. Yeah, just took quietly taking first place.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean,
going for his third championship.
Third championship. Man.
Yep. All right.
Say hello to your wife for me, Gags.
Any final thoughts before we wrap it up?
Been a quick 13 weeks, actually.
Yeah.
And been a good season for me. Within the season,
0-3 Blues.
My 0-3 Blues.
This is your 0-3 Blues season.
It is.
I remember from that.
The 0-3 Blues. I went to vacation twice. Got to go to Italy, Seattle, Portland. A lot of places.
You have been around the world. I've been everywhere, man.
I can't find my baby.
There are different references.
What was your reference?
Johnny Cash, I've been everywhere, man.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Yeah. And who's I don't even know who's that song.
I have no idea what yours is.
Stuck in your head. Watch. Dang. All right. That's all I got. It was a great season. Not over yet. I would love to be able to hoist the trophy, but my hopes are at a minimum because it hasn't happened in 13 years, I think. If this is year 16.
Yeah.
I mean, if it happens, it'd be great. It'd be a great Christmas gift to myself.
Save it for the playoffs. Then you have 2 trophies.
I would.
The Turkey Bowl and Tonto Bowl.
I should have 3 trophies if that was it. I should have that baseball trophy.
You'll
but
get it. We'll give which.
I'm not even going to talk about that.
The MVP trophy.
Oh, cool! 2 trophies. Dang it! That's like it's like having a Super Bowl trophy and the MVP.
That's
trophy.
right.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. All your hardware.
All my hardware. Girlfriend would be like, get this stuff out of here.
You're pathetic.
You're pathetic. It's probably she already hates the podcast as it is already now. Yeah, every week you gotta leave and go here. I just want to cuddle. Don't worry.
All right, I have a quick question for you. Would you rather?
I love it. I was thinking you should give me. I love would you rather questions.
Yep. This one's a little bit interesting since we're leading into the holiday season.
Ooh, okay.
All right, now you can only choose one of these. Would you rather? And you're kind of thinking from the perspective of a child. So
my current state.
Yes, for your current state. Would you rather be a fly on the wall at the North Pole Toy Factory when you get to see how all the magic happens up there, not with Mr. and Mrs. Claus, but I'm just talking about how the toy's made, how the I don't know what that saying is. There's a saying there I'm missing, but anyway, you could actually see behind the scenes look of what the North Pole's all about, or would you rather be able to relive the magic of a Christmas morning?
Oh my gosh.
Of a believing Christmas morning. So what I'm saying is, in this scenario,
these are the only 2 ones.
The North Pole and the toy factory exists, and you would actually get to see that or for one day you could go back and revisit the feeling of Christmas morning.
Relive it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, that's a good one. You must have thought about this for a while.
I did. A couple days.
So there are like elves.
Yeah, there are elves. The
snowman,
toys,
frosty snowman's
the
there.
reindeer.
Oh my goodness,
You're
Brian!
run into Santa.
You get to run into Santa?
Yeah. Yep.
I know him.
Nice.
Oh.
But you can't have both. It's one or the other.
Gosh.
I mean, it's a really tough one. I really don't even know what I would choose. Because they're both magical.
They are both magical. I would. Oh wow. Okay. Would I remember the North Pole one thing, or would they like erase it from me when I get back to it?
I haven't thought it through that far.
Yeah,
I think you would remember it.
I would remember it the rest of my life?
Yeah.
Oh,
But
man.
nobody would believe you, of course.
No.
Well, except for kids.
Yeah, I was there. I was there, man. Give me one of your Lunchables and I'll tell you the story.
Yeah.
Gosh, you know what? I think even though the North Pole sounds amazing, since I've never actually experienced it, I think from the mind of a child, I would love to go back and relive a Christmas morning, and I know exactly which one. It would be 1987. I was wearing my red karate pajamas with my black belt. I went down the stairs, and I remember it because that year I got a soccer ball. And the funny part is I just basically threw that in the yard because I didn't even know what it was.
Nice.
I was like, what is it? What is this? Get out of here. I got a soccer ball, a G.I. Joe hovercraft.
Nice.
And I remember this side note when we were in Cleveland and we were at the toy store, the collectible store. Behind the glass, they had that. It was the first time I had seen it in over like 30 years.
Wow.
Or not 30, like 20-some years. And I said...
Oh, yeah, I remember you said that.
Yeah, and I
You
said,
pointed it out.
they have all my toys behind glass.
Wow.
This is like torture. Like my Optimus Prime and all my G.I. Joes. And so a soccer ball, a G.I. Joe hovercraft, and the biggest one of all that made it the best Christmas, my first Nintendo.
Oh, yeah.
With
The
Castlevania
original, yeah.
and Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
And I just remember being like, this is the greatest day of my life.
Yep. And it might be.
And I'm telling you, I remember it like I have a video. We have the VHS version of it,
Nice.
so I get
That's
to go back
cool.
and watch it
I would
sometimes.
like to watch that someday.
I'll let you watch it.
Yeah, I would love to watch that.
Craig used to have a videotape when he was living with Bree, and somehow it got mixed in his VHS collection, and it just
so
happened.
bizarre.
Like we don't know. I forget what was on it beside, but there's a video. The videos of me coming to, I think, Colorado for the first time, which was my first plane ride, and there's also like in that video my dad being mad at me over chess or something like that, like yelling at me. And I think they watched it like 4 or 5 times, but
That's
they
great.
called me like, we've got a tape of yours, and I was like, what? A VHS? I was like, he's like, you should come down and get it. It was just funny. This is like 21st century. We're like 37 years old. I got a VHS tape of yours.
That's really funny.
Yeah, but no, I would take a Christmas, I guess. Gosh, that's such a hard choice, but I'm going to go with what I remember. What about you? I'll reverse it on you.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking about it too. And I mean, as amazing as it would be to like go back and experience that magic of Christmas morning,
Yeah.
I think I would like as a kid I'd want to go and see how how the sausage is made. That's what it is. I want to see how the sausage is made. Yeah, that was the thing.
Okay. You're gonna make them donuts.
Yeah. I think I'd like actually want to get a sneak peek behind the scenes, but after that point, you'd never ever get to experience the same magic. Yeah.
You won't get to have a toy or anything.
Right. Exactly.
Do you get to take a toy home from the North Pole?
No.
Oh,
You just
that-
get to see. You're like a fly on the wall.
Ugh.
It's kind of like Christmas Carol style.
Oh, I thought you said you ran into Santa.
Well, you can. I don't
to
know. I
see
made
Santa.
this up.
I know. What? Are you, Brian? Are you? Or have you been to the North Pole and you're just now revealing this?
What I'm saying is,
Where they make the sausage.
if you give me a few $1,000s, I can take you to the North Pole.
Yeah, I don't trust you. I'm not gonna trust you. I got like whack you upside the head with a baseball bat and say you were there, man. And you have like you'll put some snow in my pocket, and like a little elf hat just to like be like in the movies, like, oh my gosh, I was there. I remember now.
We got Buxton dressed up as an elf.
It's a good question. It was good.
Yeah.
It was a good. What did you rather question?
It was a tough one.
That was tough.
All right, Dylan, you ready? Because I gotta go to bed.
All right, I'm always ready, Brian. I gotta go home and have dinner.
All right.
Ready?
Princess Power.